Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you could join me. I always look forward to your visit. So what do we want to talk about today? Oh, I have a couple of things we can talk about. For one, it is a rainy, I won't say miserable day, because no day that you're alive is a miserable day, but it is a rainy, gloomy, ho-hum of a day. But with that said, I can dig it. I can dig it because I can find beauty in anything, and well, almost anything. I pondered the question, why is it when the weather is par, things go kind of smoothly, other than if you had a bunch of grocery bags in your hand and you're kind of like a one-trip person like me? Then things might not go smoothly. There's been a time or two where bases were loaded and I let myself in, and when I proceeded to walk, our door is kind of like swirly, the handle on it, and it goes down like that versus twist like that. So as I went to let myself in with all of these bags, I got jerked back because that little swirly thing caught my loop of my jeans and kind of jolted me back, and that was not funny to untangle myself from that with all these bags in my hand. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Well, today's instance was, it was pouring, and I could not for the life of me find my keys, and it was just raining, pouring on me, getting me soaking wet. Now, don't misunderstand me. I don't care if I get wet. I'm a big girl. I know I'm not going to melt if I get wet. It's perfectly fine. However, it was the day that my Book of the Month books were delivered. And rather than the delivery man place them on my porch, where no elements could reach them, he set them on a step where it was just raining directly on that box. And my haste was, I gotta get these books out of the rain. I have no idea how long they have been sitting here, but this box is pretty soaked. So of course I cannot find my keys. Well, taking everything out of this book bag tote that I was carrying, and I know that when you're hurrying to try to do something, it never works. So the voice of reasoning in my head said, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Go slower, focus, concentrate, a couple of seconds, minutes, it is what it is. Well, luckily I found my keys and I let myself in. I threw everything that I had in my hands on the table, and I went to get a knife to open my box just to see. Oh, Book of the Month Club, you do fantastic. We weren't quite to the point where it penetrated through and reached my books, but I can feel a little bit dampness to the book, but no damage whatsoever. So good job, Book of the Month. Good job. You know what you're doing. So I was pleased with that. Not so pleased with my delivery driver. Get your act together. We got precious cargo you're delivering. All right, so books are safe. I'm in the house. Life is good. All right, so there's that. Now let's talk about the book that I'm going to be reading in the month of April. First of all, I should let you know, I'm not one of those people who peruse my shelves and say, I'm going to read this one, and this one. I just can't do that. I'm too sporadic, fly by the seat of my pants. That's how I operate. I figure I have enough obligations in my life than to go impose more on myself. I'm not going to do that. So I like to live spur of the moment. And so when I complete a book, then I'll go look through my shelves and see what catches my eye. I just hosted book club on Tuesday, and our book club book for the month was Lucy Foley, The Paris Apartment. There it is. Guess what? I didn't read it. I came to book club unprepared. However, there is always a silver lining, and sometimes book club isn't necessarily about the book. Sometimes it's all about the people, the food, the wine, the conversation. We did discuss the book, and I let the girls know I am all for spoilers. If you want to throw out those spoilers, go right ahead. It'll only make me want to read the book more, or less, I should say. So anyways, the ladies were gracious, and they did an excellent job describing this book without giving any spoilers. I started to read the book the very next day, and it is a book that I don't want to put down. I am loving it. There is 5 characters that I know of so far. I haven't met them all. I've met 3 of the characters: Ben, the stepsister Jess, and the concierge. So I think I have to meet an alcoholic, a socialite, and I have to meet a nice guy. And I think then all my characters will have been met. These chapters are super short, 2.5 pages tops. The writing is my kind of style, absolutely. They cut right to the chase. Funny thing, when somebody's telling a story to me, I like the facts, the straight information. Give it to me as it is. No fillers, no fluff. Just tell me what you need to tell me. However, when I am telling a story, I pat it here, I pat it there, I branch off here, and I'm terrible. I'm terrible at telling stories, I guess. No, I like suspense. I like to build you up and keep you guessing. The Paris Apartment. So far, phenomenal. I am loving it. I said to myself, why did I not pick this book up sooner? Well, I know why. Because March happened so fast. It just got away from me. I don't know how, but I was just that busy that I didn't get a lot of reading in. I got some hefty books read, but I didn't get a lot of books read. And, that's all right with me too. All I can tell you so far is it's about a girl named Jess who's kind of tired of her everyday in and out lifestyle. She needs a change. So she relocates herself, although in the current state of broke, to her stepbrother's apartment in Paris. When she arrives, he's nowhere to be found. So she kind of is good at picking locks. So she picked the lock to his apartment and let herself in. Poured herself a glass of wine, met the cat, and helped herself to a couple of bucks out of her stepbrother's wallet. And that is where I am at right now. So far, so great. Love it. Okay, I'm excited to read that. So let me just say this. 3 keys in life to happiness: someone to love, something to do, and something to look forward to. Well, I always try to have myself something to look forward to. Tomorrow, I am having some furniture delivered, and one of the items is a chase lounge that I'm going to put in my living room. And I plan on, once it's delivered, I'm getting out of work early tomorrow. Once this furniture is delivered, I plan on, coffee in hand, this book, Chase Lounge, vegging out and conquering this book. It's not too chunky, not too overwhelming, super easy read, and I'm super excited. That's how good it is from the get-go. Now I'm going to show you the books that I chose for my Book of the Month package. What an awesome name. Adriani, Trigiani. The Good Left Undone. I'm not going to tell you what the books are about. I'm trying not to make this video too super long. Oftentimes, I do judge a book by its cover, and oftentimes that's all I need to go by. That's enough for me to know if I'm going to purchase that book or not. I'll take my chances. I'm all about chances. I'll take my chances, whether it's going to be good or bad. And I'll tell you this, very few books that I have read in my lifetime were bad. I'm not violent. I don't throw things, but off the top of my head, I can only recall one time when I read a book and I was so invested in this book, so invested. And every day I could not wait to get out of work to see what was going to happen. And then the day of reckoning came. I was at the last chapter. I clearly remember I was taking a bubble bath at that time, and I'm reading the last chapter, and when I read how this book ended, I said, you have to be kidding me. What? I flung it across the bathroom. Have you ever been that invested in a book only to have it go totally in a crazy ending? Just crazy. It was comical, both my actions and the way that I was so stunned at the ending. Never saw it coming, did not like the ending, did not appreciate it, nothing. First time I ever frisbeed a book. I'm not gonna lie, I did it. Hannah Beckerman, If Only I Could Tell You. Is that beautiful? It is. I love that color blue. So pretty. So pretty. Now this book tripped me up a little bit. Isabella, Ibanez, Woven in Moonlight. Yes, this book tripped me up. And I had to run upstairs to the library because I thought in my head, oh, please, Lord, don't let me have done it again. Purchased the same book without knowing it. All right, so dig this. Frances Hardinge, A Skinfull of Shadows. So, two different authors, two totally different stories, but very similar. So that's why I thought, oh, did I do it again? But luckily enough, I did not. Okay, so I have to keep doing this because this hair is shot. I got rained on, like I said, and it's not cooperating, but who cares? It's not about the hair, it's about the books. Now let me tell you this. This will be the last book I talk about today. So I was online, I was ordering some books. I was reading what a couple of the books were about. One of the books that I read about, I said, no, I don't want to read about that. That's not for me. No how, no way. And then on book club night, I could not find my book. So I am searching my books and searching my books and searching my books, and I couldn't find it. I also have some books downstairs in the living room on some bookshelves, and I have some books in the parlor on some shelves. So I was like really struggling. Where is this book? So about 3 to 5 times I came up to this library to see, am I for real? Why can I not find this book? Well, in doing that task that took me only 25 minutes to find, I discovered something. That the very book that I had read about that I did not want to order, you guessed it, I already own Slewfoot. How do I one day say, oh yeah, I'll read that, and then another day say, absolutely not. Don't ask me why I do the things that I do. I guess I have different viewpoints on any given day. But anyways, I do own the book, and I guess I will read the book. So why would I not want to read this? I don't know. I must have read 2 different. An ancient spirit awakens in a dark wood. The wild folk call him Father, Slayer, Protector. The colonists call him Slewfoot, Demon, Devil. To Abatha, a recently widowed outcast, alone and vulnerable in her pious village, he is the only one she can turn to for help. Together they ignite a battle between pagan and Puritan, one that threatens to destroy the entire village, leaving nothing but ashes and bloodshed in its wake. If it is a devil you seek, then it is a devil you shall have. This terrifying tale of bewitchery features more than 24 of Brom's haunting paintings, fully immersing readers in this wild and unforgiving world. Well, can you see that? I can only imagine what I am going to get myself into. So when I read that, I said, no, I don't want to read that. But then I see this. Praise for Slewfoot, a lusciously dark tale of witchcraft and devilry. This book was tailor-made for lovers of folk, horror, and everyone who wants to live deliciously. Deliciously. Slewfoot takes hold of the maxim sympathy for the devil and yanks hard on that literary taproot, unearthing a far more elemental and complex truth. Fast-paced, hallucinogenic fairy tale, delivering likable protagonists, exotic beasties, and scoundrels whom we long to see at table with their just desserts. Oh. At the crossroads of victimhood, of vengeance, Abatha makes her choice, and blood follows. All right, so there's that. I don't know when I'm going to read that, but I am going to read that, and it's most likely going to be right around the Halloween season. So zoning in on the aforementioned keyword delicious, let me now take the time to thank you for allowing moi to bring you all of these books so that you can live your most delicious life. If you have the time, please like and subscribe, share me with a friend, ask yourself, what am I going to read next? Why am I not reading? How can I become a reader? Where can I buy a shirt that says RIF parentheses, reading is fundamental? These are pertinent questions that need to be answered, but can only be answered by you. Get to your library, get to your bookstore, get online, borrow from a friend, fire up a Kindle, start a subscription, whatever you do. Bring books into your life and make that your me time. You will not regret it. Shut that world out and spend some time with you and go delve into a whole nother world and come out a different person. Well, I have to say, to wrap this video up, I am so super excited. I have finally surpassed the 100 subscribers mark, and oh, what a feeling. Such a joy to know that I'm making progress. And so many people have said so many kind things to me about my channel that, I don't know, my voice is relaxing. They enjoy watching me. So many books have been purchased because of my recommendations. That just does my heart so good. I just love to know that I'm doing good things for you. I'm bringing you into my world. We are becoming a community, and we are becoming friends or better friends. And it's just such a fantastic feeling. And I cannot thank you enough. So off the top of my head, thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Carly. And thank you, the Teal Veyre Picture Show. Go check her channel out. She's relatively new. She has 40 subscribers. She is entertaining and she is fun. So until next time, I love you, and I can't wait till we can spend more time together.